In late 1949, another alien aircraft crashed in the United States and was recovered partially intact by the military. One alien of extraterrestrial origin survived that crash in 1949. The surviving alien was male and called itself 𝗎𝗑. The alien was thoroughly interrogated by military intelligence personnel at a base in New Mexico. The alien's language was translated by means of pictographs. It was learned the alien came from a planet in the Zeta Reticuli star system, approximately 40 light years from Earth. 𝗎𝗑 lived until June 18, 1952, when he died of an unexplained illness. During the time period 𝗎𝗑 was alive, he provided valuable information regarding space technology, origins of the universe, and exobiological matters, meaning other life in the cosmos. Further data is contained in Attachment 2, which is also not included in this leaked document. The next page, also classified T.S. Orcon, states, the recovery of alien aircraft led the United States on an extensive investigative program to determine whether these aliens posed a direct threat to our national security. In 1947, the newly created Air Force initiated a program to investigate incidents involving UFOs. The program was operated under 3 different code names: Grudge, Sign, and finally Blue Book. The original mission of the Air Force program was to collect and analyze all reported sightings or incidents involving UFOs and determine whether the information can be interpreted as having any bearing on the security of the United States. Some information was evaluated with the idea of using the gained data to advance our own space technology and future space programs. Of the estimated 12,000 reports analyzed by the Air Force were considered hoaxes, explained aerial phenomena, or natural astronomical objects. The other 10% were considered legitimate alien sightings and/or incidents. However, not all UFO sightings or incidents were reported under the Air Force program. In 1953, Project 𝗪𝗦 was initiated by order of President Eisenhower, who believed the UFOs presented a threat to the national security of the United States. Project 𝗪𝗧, which became Project Aquarius in 1966, was a parallel reporting system for UFO sightings and incidents that you could say were real, as opposed to those being parceled out to Project Blue Book, which had another reason. The reports collected under Project Aquarius were considered actual sightings of alien aircraft or contacts with alien life forms. Most reports were made by reliable military and Defense Department civilian personnel. The next page of the Aquarius document, classified T.S. Orcon, says in 1958, the United States recovered a 3rd alien aircraft from the desert of Utah. The aircraft was in excellent flying condition. The aircraft was apparently abandoned by the aliens for some unexplainable reason, since no alien life forms were found in or around the aircraft. That aircraft was considered a technological marvel by United States scientists. However, the operating instrumentations of the aircraft were so complex that our scientists could not interrupt their operation, meaning stop or start or use. The aircraft was stored in a top security area and analyzed throughout the years by our best aerospace scientists, and I am told that that is a letter number location in the state of Utah. The United States gained a large volume of technological data from the recovered alien aircraft. A detailed description and further information regarding the aircraft is explained in Attachment 3, not included in this leaked document. The next page is entitled sub-projects under Project Aquarius. Paragraph 1, Top Secret Orcon, Project Bando, Pro-Word Risk. Originally established in 1949, its mission was to collect and evaluate medical information from the surviving alien creature and the recovered alien bodies. This project medically examined 𝗎𝗑 and provided United States medical researchers with certain answers to the evolutionary theory. OPR-CIA was the category responsible that was terminated in 1974. Paragraph 2, TS Orcon, Project Sigma, Pro-Word Midnight. This was originally established as part of Project Gleam in 1954. This became a separate project in 1976. Its mission was to establish communication with aliens. This project met with positive success when in 1959, the United States established primitive communications with the aliens. On April 26, 1964, a U.S. Air Force intelligence officer met two aliens at a prearranged location in the desert of New Mexico. This is what I was shown at Kirtland Air Force Base on April 9, 1983, is about this event. The contact lasted for approximately 3 hours. It was based on the aliens' language given to us by 𝗎𝗑. The Air Force officer managed to exchange basic information with the two aliens. Attachment 7, also not included in this leaked document. That would be photographs and film. This project is continuing at an Air Force base in New Mexico, OPR MJ12/NSA. This paragraph 3 is TS Orcon Project Snowbird, Pro-Word Cetus. Originally established in 1972, its mission was to test fly a recovered alien aircraft. This project is continuing in Nevada under OPR, U.S. Air Force, NASA, CIA, and MJ12. Paragraph 4, TS Orcon Project Pounce, Pro-Word Dixie. Originally established in 1968, its mission was to evaluate all UFO IAC, which is the identified aerial craft that our government knows are extraterrestrials. All UFO IAC information pertaining to space technology. Project Pounce continues with OPR, NASA, U.S. Air Force. The next page begins, TS Orcon, several independent scientific investigations at the request of the Air Force and CIA were initiated during the era of Project Blue Book. MJ12 decided that officially the Air Force should end their investigation of UFOs. This decision was arrived at during the, and there is a word that's not readable, a meeting. And this was in attachment 4 that also was not included in this leaked document, but that the meeting was held in 1966. The reason was twofold. First, the United States had established communication with the aliens. The United States felt relatively sure the aliens' exploration of Earth was non-aggressive, at least the 𝗎𝗑s, and that they were not hostile. Perhaps they didn't know about the dangerous insect tronoloids at that time in 1966. It was also established that the aliens' presence did not directly threaten the security of the United States at that time. Secondly, the public was beginning to believe that UFOs were real. The National Security Council felt this public feeling could lead to a nationwide panic. The United States was involved in several sensitive projects during this time period. So it was felt that public awareness of these projects would have jeopardized the future space program of the United States, meaning if it were made public. Therefore, MJ12 decided that an independent scientific study of UFO phenomena would be needed to satisfy public curiosity. The final official study of the UFO phenomena was accomplished by the University of Colorado under Air Force contract. And this was the very controversial Condon report that inside researchers say was deliberately concocted to keep the media and the public from serious interest in the UFO alien presence on Earth and to take away heat from the Air Force and the government. That Condon study concluded that sufficient data did not exist that would indicate UFOs threatened the security of the United States. The final conclusion satisfied the government and allowed the Air Force to officially step out of the UFO investigating business. This page, T.S. Orcon. But when the Air Force officially closed Project Blue Book in December 1969, Project Aquarius, this document, continued operation under control of the National Security Council and MJ-12. The NSC felt investigations of UFO sightings and incidents had to continue in secrecy without any public knowledge. The reasoning behind the decision was this. If the Air Force continued its investigation of UFOs, eventually some uncleared and unbriefed Air Force or Defense Department civilian officials would obtain these facts behind Project Aquarius. And obviously, for operational security reasons, this could not be allowed. In order to continue the investigation of UFO sightings and incidents in secrecy, investigators from CIA, DCD, and MJ-12 were assigned to military and other governmental agencies with orders to investigate all legitimate UFO IAC sightings and incidents. These agents are presently operating at various locations throughout the United States and Canada. All reports are filtered either directly or indirectly to MJ-12. These agents are collecting reports of UFO IAC sightings and incidents occurring on or near sensitive government installations. Note, aliens have been extremely interested in our nuclear weapons and nuclear research. Many reported military sightings and incidents occur over nuclear weapon bases. The aliens' interests in our nuclear weapons can only be attributed to the future threat of a nuclear war on Earth. The Air Force have initiated measures to assure the security of the nuclear weapons from alien theft or destruction. MJ-12 feels confident the aliens are on an exploration of our solar system for peaceful purposes, at least the Ebens. However, we must continue to observe and track the aliens' movement until it is determined that the aliens' future plans contain no threat to our national security or the civilization of Earth. This near final page, classified T.S. Orcon, states, most governmental documents pertaining to UFO sightings, incidents, and governmental policies, including Project Blue Book, have been released to the public under FOIA or under various other release programs. MJ-12 felt the remaining documents and information not relating to Project Aquarius, but relating to technological facts regarding alien medical matters, the fact that an alien was captured alive and survived for 3 years under secrecy, and I know that was at Los Alamos. This cannot be released to the public for fear the information would be obtained by, all caps, SHIS, an acronym that is still not clearly identified. There was other information obtained from EBA that was deemed sensitive and not releasable to the public. Notably, Project Aquarius Volume 9, which pertains to tracing the aliens' first visitation of Earth back some 5,000 years. I will also insert that I think that that is not correct. I have been told by a DIA source, privately, confidentially, anonymously, that our government now, in this 21st century, has proof that 3 competing extraterrestrial biological groups have been terraforming and harvesting genetic material from our planet for at least 270 million years from before the time of the dinosaurs.
If you enjoyed this, make sure to watch the next video on AwakenZone. Don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell, but you won't want to miss what's coming next.